Hey guys, it's Josh here and welcome back to another speed build video. Today's build is a Tudor style home. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out considering this is my first full Tudor style home that isn't just me renovating one of the pre-existing homes in Windenberg, which I have done in the past. Not on my channel though, I've just done it just when I've lived there in my own saves. So yeah, this is a pretty large house. It looks pretty small from the outside, and the shape you can see right now is basically how it ends up being in the end. I do like extend a few areas, but other than that, it's basically the same size, and I was able to fit in 3 bedrooms in this house. Like honestly, I was gonna be happy if I could fit in 1, because I just felt like this house was so small from the outside. But then when I went inside, it took me a while to figure out a nice floor plan, but once I did, I was able to make 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a really decent dining area, as well as a simple kitchen, a small study nook on the ground floor, as well as a lounge room, obviously. But the lounge room is on the 2nd floor. I just felt like that it made more sense to have it on the 1st floor, because maybe the people living here would probably spend more time upstairs than they did downstairs, and then the downstairs is kind of like the public space where when they have visitors over, they'd like spend more time down there. But for the most part, most of the stuff is upstairs, apart from the study, so you could probably like survive pretty well just upstairs and then just come down to get some food, because there's basically everything you need is upstairs as well. Even a bathroom is upstairs. Anyway, the house shape is basically done. I do spend some time with the windows because I couldn't really find a nice window to use at the start, and I didn't really know what color scheme I could have gone for, because I just originally just went the default swatch black, and currently the wall paneling upstairs as well is black as well. But I decided to go for a slightly more wooden brown tone instead, and I think it turned out a lot better. And I used a different door instead of the laundry day door. I basically all the windows and doors in the house is the get together Tudor style ones, because obviously that just go like those doors and windows were literally made for this kind of house, so it made sense to use just basically all of those items instead of trying my hardest to like mix and match random doors from different packs, which obviously, as you can see, even with the black swatch, they're not even the same color of black, so it didn't really look well together. But now here we go, changing the color scheme of the wall panels, because I just couldn't really, for some reason it just wasn't working for me. The darker, more grayish tone, it just wasn't working for me, so I just went ahead and changed all the panels to be a brown natural timber tone, which I think looked a lot better. And here we go, changing all the swatches for the doors and windows as well, and I just decided to swap the door out and put an actual get together door down, because they all have the exact same swatches. And I was playing around with a little bit of wall heights, but I just kept the wall heights the minimum wall height, because I just felt that there wasn't really any need to have a really tall wall, so I just kept it short. Anyway, we spent some time placing the windows because I was trying to like vary it up a little bit instead of just using the same windows around the entire house. So I ended up using one of the, I don't know what they're called, the bay windows, I guess. Yeah, the bay windows that poke out from the wall. I used one of those on the ground floor, and I think it turned out really nice because I was able to put in a few decorations on it as well. So like there's a few plates and things, I believe, because it is in the kitchen, so like it could be used for some shelving space. Even though I had to use cheats for it, it just looks nice. Anyway, also those huge windows, I do believe I changed those. I'm not too sure, I've completely forgotten. But yeah, here we go with the bay window. I wasn't quite sure where to put it at first, but I decided to put it on the ground floor, and I felt like it looked really nice in that exact spot. Even from like the outside, it looked like it was helping support the part that's overhanging. So it just was nice, and it was for me, it was realistic. I'm not too sure how realistic my houses actually are, but when I build, I just put hints of realism wherever possible if I can. So like putting columns every now and then, depending on what kind of house it is, I could put columns down or something. And obviously, because of the realism aspect, I tried to put those little supports underneath the overhanging parts as well, but that happens when I move onto the outside. I just use those little, I don't know what, I have no idea what they're called, but it's just those outdoor decoration items that stick to the wall and they just poke out from the wall a little bit, so it looks like they're holding something up. But we'll say that in due time, or in due course. So yeah, we're basically ready to move on inside. I'm just painting all the walls quickly before I do anything else, but in the end I just choose like one wall color and just put it all over the walls to begin with. But then as I change up the room orientations and stuff, then I start refining the walls and changing the color tones to match the room itself. But for the moment it's just all paneling, but I do believe I just choose a simple single colored panel. Yeah, here we go. I'm doing that right now just to do something basic to begin with as a nice starting point. Yeah, so that the wall right now is the wall that I end up using for generally the entire house, apart from a few areas I'd use a different tone. And there's also a different like wall tile that has like floral patterns on it, so I use some of that as well in some of the bedrooms. But yeah, we are just laying out the floor plan now. I was actually surprised how quickly I was able to do the ground floor plan, but the second floor, it was just not working for me, so I just decided to just skip it for the moment and go back downstairs and just finish the downstairs area before going upstairs, because it just was not working and I could not get a nice floor plan to work at the start. Obviously I get one working in the end and managed to fit in 3 bedrooms. At this stage I was like, what am I gonna do? I don't even have a spot for the lounge room. So I just played with the orientation quite a bit, and then I finally find a nice orientation for all the rooms that fit everything I wanted in. Because right now there's basically like 3 rooms on the upper floor that's basically bathroom sized that you basically can't use for anything else, but I'll end up going back and fixing that up a bit later. But anyway, we are in the kitchen, well, we are in the ground floor and just placing the lights down so we can actually see now. But yeah, the kitchen is a pretty like tucked away kitchen, so half of it is like a place where you can sit, chat, maybe spend some time, but then the other half of the kitchen is just like for food preparation only, because like half of it is just not visible from like the public space. So it's kind of like a little private, not really a private kitchen, but it's like it keeps the clutter away from the public eye unless they themselves go into the kitchen, which I thought looked pretty nice because it just broke up the space a little bit, because I didn't really want to go for like a full open plan kind of space, and I decided to just make it a little bit more tucked away and maybe just separate it a little bit. And I just did that by placing a big like wall divider. Well, I don't even know, I just put a wall in between the kitchen and like the entrance area, because it would be a bit strange if you just walked in to the house and you're just like, the kitchen is just literally right in front of you. So I just put a wall there to break it up. But anyway, here is the big dining room. It's actually so big, like I don't know how I was able to fit in this huge dining room area into this house while keeping like the other parts of the house fairly spacious as well. Because the bedrooms, I don't know why, but whenever I build my bedrooms in The Sims, I just make them so spacious, because I've seen other builds by other people that have like these micro bedrooms, which I guess like it just depends on the kind of house, I guess. But like my bedrooms compared to most other bedrooms I see in the game is so big, and there's just so much space. But so like half the time I build this massive house and then there's just, it's a 1-bedroom house, because basically the bedroom takes up like 3 bedrooms worth of space. It's just so crazy. But I'm starting to like get used to making slightly smaller bedrooms, so I guess that's why I was able to fit in 3 bedrooms into this house, because I decided to try and keep it small. Because if you saw earlier when I was doing the upper floor areas, my bedrooms were just so big and I just couldn't like divide it up properly to make it into a smaller bedroom. So that's just basically why I gave up for the time being, and I do come back to it later, but for the moment I'm just working on the ground floor. And this is the main bathroom. There's actually a door to get outside as well from the bathroom, because I feel like this bathroom is a pretty big one, so I just decided to put in some laundry items as well. So, and obviously to get to the outdoor area to hang the clothes up on the clothesline, you'd want to get out pretty quickly and easily without having to walk through the entire house. So I decided to put a door from the bathroom as well, so that should be pretty good for your Sims when they do the laundry, because they can easily go outside from there. But I did put a dryer in there for some reason, so I was gonna, when I built this laundry area, I had the intention of putting a clothesline outside to begin with, so I'm not sure why I put in the dryer as well. I guess like if it's raining outside, you can just put the clothes in the dryer, but you've got a clothesline, so it's good for the environment, I guess, so feel free to use that. And here we go, placing more decorations and shelves in the dining area, because when I was looking up screenshots, or when I was looking at pictures for inspiration for Tudor style homes, the dining areas were generally quite decorated and quite grand, I guess. I'm not sure if that's the word to use, but it was really like grand, really nicely decorated, so I decided to try and put in as much like decorative objects as possible without making it too like cluttered. So I just put in a few shelves. I put in like a few wall arts as well of like the Windenberg ones. I just used to get together like historical paintings. I'm not sure what they are. Like it's like a black and white painting kind of thing of like Sims and boats and stuff of Windenberg. That's basically the one I used. And I also used a few of those cats and dogs ones as well, because they kind of fit in with the theme as well. And anyway, we are on the second floor now, and I think I just spoke over it randomly because I wasn't looking at the screen, but anyway, I spoke over laying out all the rooms, and as you can see, I was able to fit in basically everything I wanted. 3 bedrooms, a bathroom, and there's also a little lounge area. I couldn't fit in the lounge room on the ground floor, and I didn't want to shrink the dining space or anything for a lounge room, so I decided to just move that upstairs, and I felt like it turned out quite nice. I can imagine myself I can imagine seeing a family living here, and the kids would probably spend most of their time upstairs or outside, and yeah, just when guests come, they don't have to worry about seeing a really messy lounge room area, or really messy, just all the mess can kind of stay upstairs, like all the clutter can stay upstairs, so that's why I put a lot of shelves upstairs as well. And there's also a little reading area upstairs as well for your Sims if they wish, because there actually isn't much space to sit downstairs apart from the dining table or the countertops. But if you did notice, I did place a couch as well, because it would be a bit weird to not have any comfortable seats on the ground floor to sit, because I wouldn't really want to come all the way upstairs just to sit on a nice sofa. Let's just put one downstairs as well, and it just makes sense, because while some people could be sitting at the counter, you could have a few visitors just sitting on the couch as well, and they could just be talking to each other quite nicely and quite comfortably. And basically because there wasn't really much else I could put there, and I couldn't really think of anything else either. But anyway, as you can see, there's 2 bedrooms with double beds, so that could be like the main bedroom and just a random guest bedroom, or a teen's bedroom, I guess. And then there's also a kid's bedroom, and the 2 bedrooms with double beds do have access to a deck outside, which I thought was quite nice. And there's also a chess table out there as well, so imagine just waking up one morning and just sitting outside on the deck looking over the beautiful views of like all the Windenberg buildings. That's actually so amazing. I wish I could go there I wish I could go to Windenberg in real life. It's just such an amazing world. And yeah, so here we go, placing the decorations on the bay window. I keep forgetting what to call this. It's the bay window. The lighting does glitch a little bit, but I didn't really notice too much. Like it's not a really big issue to me, but obviously if you don't really like it, it's just quite easy to delete or just move the decorations to a different location. But that's what I liked, and I decided to do that. Anyway, we are placing the clutter now, so we're basically almost ready to go outside. I do spend a bit more time upstairs though, because I do believe I haven't really placed much clutter upstairs yet, so I place a few I place a few decorations and a few lights as well, because I don't think I even placed any lamps, bedside lamps on the tables, and I also have to place some toys and clutter in the kids' bedroom as well, because it won't be a kids' bedroom without like toys and projects, right? I don't know why, but recently I've decided to start like decorating kids' bedrooms with those parenthood projects. I just for some reason feel like it looks so cool, and it makes it feel a lot like a kid's bedroom, and it could be used for a teen's bedroom as well, I guess, but I usually use them for kids' bedrooms because I feel like the kids would be the ones that just leave the projects kind of not started and just leaving it there to the last minute, but I'm not too sure. And they're always so much fun to do as well. Like for some reason, whenever my child Sims get projects, I get so excited and I just get them working on the project right away. And it's just so cute when like their parents come and help as well, or even their teenage siblings, or even their friends, like their child Sim friends could come over and help them with their project too. And that was just so much fun, and the animation is so cool. And it's always so much fun to see how they finish it. So it could be poor quality, excellent quality, just so much fun. And the reactions when they do a poor quality one is so funny. They're just like looking at it all sad. But anyway, we are working on some by debug clutter. Recently I've taken a really good big liking towards buy debug items, and I've just started using it a lot more than I have in the past, and until like last month I didn't even know about it. So that's a little bit of info for you. Like, I didn't even know about buy debug until quite recently, which is a bit surprising considering I've been playing this game since launch. But anyway, we're basically done inside now. And we move outside, there's a clothesline, there's a dining area outside as well, with the umbrella above it. It's one of those umbrella tables, and there's also a barbecue outside, obviously, so your Sims can have some barbecue if they wish when they have visitors over. Anyway, as we get towards the outside area, I thought I'd just quickly thank you guys for helping me reach 300 subscribers and above. I'm actually so amazed with all the support I've been getting on YouTube, on Twitter, and it's just so much fun creating content for you guys. So creating custom content, creating renders, creating Sims builds and Let's Plays for YouTube. It's just so much fun, and it's just really motivating to see so many people like interacting with me on here, on Twitter, and it's just, the support is amazing. I'm so glad I joined the online Sims community. Like, up until a few months ago, I've just kind of been playing Sims to myself, and I just regret not joining the Sims community online for so long, because until I really finished high school, I wasn't really interested in social media. But I've graduated from high school, and I've kind of just decided to like try and go out there into the internet, I guess, and interact with as many people as possible. And what way than to interact with other Simmers, because this is, after all, one of my all-time favorite gaming franchises. So I thought I'd start here, and honestly, the support, it's so amazing, and it's just made me really regret not joining sooner, because it's just so much fun to create content for you guys, and it's so much fun to watch other people's content as well. Like, I didn't really watch YouTube as well as much during high school. I was too busy studying. But anyway, I just wanted to quickly thank you guys for that, and I hope my future content is just as amazing as my I don't know if that sounds a bit like self-confident. Like, I hope you guys like my content in the future as much as you guys seem to be liking my current content, if you get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, we are still inside. I'm surprised we're still inside. I thought while I was talking we were going to end up going outside, but anyway, we're basically done inside. So after I place these projects, I believe I'm almost done finally. I spend way too much inside, I honestly do. I need to like try and speed up this building process, because this one took like 3 hours, I'm not too sure. But anyway, I think we're almost done. If not, I'll literally skip to it, because there's basically nothing else that happens inside apart from decorations. Okay, we're finally outside. So I'm placing the chess table upstairs now. So it originally wasn't going to be a chess table, but I believe I did make it a chess. Actually, no. For some reason, I felt like I placed a chess table up there. I guess I didn't. So there's just a regular table up there that for your Sims to sit at in the morning on a nice spring or summer morning. Probably not the best place for winter, because Windenberg does seem to get really snowy in winter. Or I'm not sure if I'm just remembering the wrong world, because I know like some of the worlds have so much snow, and then the other worlds just have snow sometimes. Because like in San Myshuno, I literally played, I think like through 3 winters in San Myshuno in different saves, and like it never snowed. Like, excuse me, I want snow. But like, and then like I'm on Twitter, and then other people are posting pictures of like this amazing wintry San Myshuno, and I'm just so jealous because it looks so amazing, and I haven't experienced it yet. Like, the only part of winter San Myshuno I've experienced was the fact that like the harbor froze over, and that's like not really that special. I really wanted to see snow, and snow like piling up on the ground, but I have seen snow in San Myshuno falling from the sky, but it like literally didn't do anything to the terrain or anything. That was a bit sad, because I was really looking forward to taking some really nice wintry screenshots. But anyway, we are basically done now. If you'd like to find this build on the gallery, just look for IllogicalSims, and this house will be called Tudor Home, I believe. Yeah, it will be called Tudor Home. Anyway, there'll be screenshots right after this, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!